Hello, Dr. Danger Massett here, and I've got a little visitor in my garden every night who comes about 10 o'clock, and he's a hedgehog called Brian. So I have decided to build Brian a little house to live in. Now this is one I got off Amazon, and the reason being I bought the one off Amazon is because when I looked to build one myself, the cost of wood was so prohibitive that it was actually cheaper to buy a ready-made one. I say ready-made, it needs assembling. So here we go. And we have these screws, little bits. No instructions. Okay. Good job I'm an engineer. Oh, hang on. So we do have instructions, but we don't look at those because they're for girls. Actually, in this case, we may need to. I'm only going to put the bits I need here. The wood looks a bit cheap. I could have done better than that. Outside, there we go. That looks roughly the general premise, but there are no screw holes in the sides here. We can figure that out. These bits are ancillary. That's the floor. I'll just check if that will fit on it. Yeah, finished. No, I'm only joking. I'll just screw it together. So let's get cracking with that. So let's get these screws sorted. They're all different lengths apparently. So they're the long ones. And then we have some short ones here. So these long ones obviously go in there. Let's start with those first. Proper crosshead. That's better. Let's put this in the machine. Yep, we're going the right way. Put it in there. Just like that. One. Another one here. Two. It's not very straight looking, is it? That's why they give you multiple screws. That's good too. Then these are here. Here. And then this one needed tightening up. There we go. The next thing is this. Now, you may be wondering what this is. It's an anti-predator guard. So if you put that in, like that, Brian can come in here, sleep in here, and all the killer foxes and cats and stuff can't get round the corner. Now this is quite poor. This has just fallen off. That's why you only pay £22 for it. If you made it yourself, it won't fall off, but the wood would be very expensive. Next up, got to attach this. And I don't know why we have to put that in now. That should go in almost last. So like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some wood glue on here to try and compensate for poor workmanship. That will glue rock solid. Put that back on. The screws will hold that into place and keep it in position while it dries. Got to make sure the floor's absolutely properly aligned. We don't want Brian getting wet. I'm going to put a screw here So I've got one going. It just makes it slightly easier to get everything right. That's pretty spot on. Something's not square though. Come on here. So, finally here. You can see all the glue oozing out, so you know that that's going to bond well. Where we are at the moment, looking pretty good. Okay, so this is going to be for his little shelter coming out of his front door. Now if you see here, it's angled at the back. That is to give a tilt so that the rain runs off. Then you have these, which also have an angle there, and the tallest bit of the angle goes at the back again so that they can rest on one another like that. The bottom one's on first, they're resting on the plinth. I'm going to put little bits of glue on these things. I should have done it on most of the joints actually. So torb it up. Again. Because the wood is so terrible and cheap, it's like a kind of really thin play. I've decided it's going to have a treatment before it gets put in the garden, and I'm going to found this in my store, outdoor yacht varnish. So that is as basically hardcore as it gets. So I'm going to put a quick coat of this all over it, which should increase the longevity of Brian's house. I mean, this is his first rung on the ladder, you know. We've got to get it right for him. No shoddy jobs here, so give that a thorough stir. I've used a cheap brush because I'm just doing a fairly rough finish on an outdoor piece, and I didn't want to ruin my good brushes. So that is why it's making a horrible scratching sound. And what I'll probably have to do tonight is leave it outside. Don't let Brian in it, or we might not want to go in it because of the fumes from the varnish. So I'll leave it outside so they dissipate as far as possible. Interesting facts about hedgehogs. Not only do they hibernate, and it's normally for about 4 months, which is amazing that they're not dead at the end of it, but they often have their hoglets in these houses too, but I can't imagine that happening because there's not enough room for babies. Interesting fact number 2. Brian, my hedgehog, is the fussiest eater ever. He doesn't like cat food, he doesn't like dog food, he doesn't like hedgehog food. He only likes mealworms because they're bad for him. Don't know what to do about that one. Other interesting facts about hedgehogs: they're really good at climbing. So you should put like an assault course or something in the garden to keep them entertained probably. We're almost ready for the hedgehog house to be commissioned. So before I do that, I'm just going to put some bedding in for him. Now this is hay. I'll show you what type. Normal meadow hay. Hedgehogs love it. And what you do is you fill it right up to the top because that allows them to burrow into it and make a little nest of their choosing rather than you try and make it for them. So this is what it looks like inside now. That's to stop predators getting in. And I'm going to put some little worms and some food down there. And some hedgehog food. He actually hates this. He's a contrary hedgehog. I'll still put a few in there. Food, bed, good to go. I should say that he does have a big water bowl over there, which he likes. I actually think the water attracts him to the garden more than the food sometimes. And install it somewhere quiet in the garden. So there's his little house, ready to go. Now all we need to do is see if he goes in it. And I've got a night camera, which I'm going to train on the house, and we'll see. found this video useful. If you did, please do the like, subscribe thing, buy me a coffee thing if you want to, and make a comment about whether you've built a hedgehog house and if you've got hedgehogs in your garden, and particularly what would be useful, what food they like to eat. Contrary hedgehogs like Brian. And I'll see you soon.